So let's go ahead and quickly write the programs for all these questions, all these 4 questions in Python as well, and it shouldn't be taking more time because Python is a simple language and it doesn't take much time to code in Python as compared to Java. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's go q1.py. Let's save it as q1.py. So yeah, the first question, as we all know, is about this government problem, which means we actually have to take the input. What are the inputs we need to take? The name, the age, and the marks of a student, right? So let's take name equal to and input of enter your name, right? And then we have to take the age. So I'll say age is equal to int of input, because I need to convert it into an integer data type, because by default input takes the input as a string, right? So I'll say enter your age, and in the same way I will say marks equal to, I'll put this as a double data type, so double of enter your marks. So now that I have all the 3 inputs, I have to check the first condition, which is if age is greater than or equal to 17 and age less than or equal to 21, right? So in case of Java, we used 2 ampersands for a logical AND, but for here, I mean for Python, we just use A and D. That's how you do logical AND. And we have another condition to check here, which is the marks should be greater than or equal to, was that 80%, right? So yeah, just 80%, and then for if, you need to do a colon, and then if you hit enter, if you are using brackets, you will automatically get a space like this. So if you're not on brackets, we're using notepad or something like that, you will have to type in a tab. You have to hit on the tab key on your keyboard once, so that you get indented, you get a space, like I think it's 4 spaces or 5 spaces basically. It depends on your text editor, by the way. So yeah, that's because Python is it strictly follows indentation. So if all these conditions are passed, that means we'll just print out student is, or we'll say name plus is eligible, just like how we did on Java. And else we'll just print out name is not eligible. That's it. Now let's go ahead and run the programs. Python q1.py, enter your name, Tej, I'll say 18. Just a minute. Actually there's no double data type in Python, so I have to use a float instead of double, so my bad, sorry. So enter your name, Teja, age 18, and marks 72. So it says Teja is not eligible. Perfect. First question solved. Now let's go to the second question, and this one is about checking if the nth power of a number is even or not. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and write the program for that as well. So first we need to take the number as the input. We'll say num equal to int of input of enter the number, and the same way I'll say int n equal to enter the power, right? And now we actually have to raise num to the power n, so I'll say int, I'll just use int result equal to num to the power n. So we use double asterisks right there to actually raise a number to a particular power, right? So now we have to check if this result is even or odd. So we will basically do if result is gives a remainder of 0 when it's divided by 2, it means that the result is even, right? And if not, we'll say print result is odd. Perfect. let's run this as well. So there seems to be some okay, why did I just say int right there? I'm sorry, my bad once again. Python q2 by okay 6 to result is even. 6 power 2 6 square is 36, which is an even number, so it says result is even. Perfect. Second question also solved. Now let's go to the third question. Check if a triangle is a right angle triangle or an isosceles triangle. Okay, let's do that as well. So the reason I'm not actually explaining you the logic of these programs is because we have already solved these programs in the previous video with Java. So if you haven't watched the previous video, go ahead and watch it as well. Anyways, so what's the question again? We have to check if the triangle is a right angle triangle or not. So basically we have to take the three sides of the triangle as the input. So I'll say a equal to int of input of enter first side, say b equal to enter second side, and then I'll say c equal to enter third side. So now I have to check if it's a right angle triangle first. So I'll say if c equal to root of a square plus b square. So I'll say a2, so I'll enclose this within brackets, a square plus a square plus b square and whole power of 1 by 2. So basically I'm saying a square plus b square to the power 1 by 2, which is root of a square plus b square. So if this condition is satisfied, it means the triangle is right angled, right? So I'm going to check if it's isosceles as well. So I'm saying a equal to b or a equal to c or b equal to c, which means if any two of these sides are equal, I'm going to say triangle is isosceles. If these two conditions are false, we can say triangle is not of known type, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and run this. Python q3.py, enter the first side 2 3 1, so it says triangle is not of known type. Let's actually try it with an isosceles triangle. 3 2 3, it says triangle is isosceles. So yeah, perfect. Let's go to the next program, the last program for this practical exercise, which is check if the character entered by the user is an uppercase character or a lowercase character. So once again, we'll use the same technique as we used to write the program in Java. We'll convert it into ASCII, and we'll check if that ASCII is in the range to check if it's uppercase or lowercase, right? So we need to take the character as the input. So I've told you already that in Python there is no data type known as a character, there's only string. So we can just say ch equal to input of enter your character, right? And then I'm going to just convert it into an ASCII. So I'm saying ASCII or ASCII value equal to, I'm going to say ORD of ch. So ORD is a function which we use to convert a character into an integer data type, basically to its ASCII value. And now I'm going to check if ASCII value is greater than or equal to 65 and ASCII value is less than or equal to 90. So in this case we can say that we can say uppercase letter, right? So else if, in Python it's elif, ASCII value greater than or equal to 97 and ASCII value less than or equal to 122. In this case we can say that it's it's a lowercase letter. So if these two conditions fail, which means we can say that the character is not an alphabet in the first place. So we can't say if it's an uppercase or lowercase because it's not at all an alphabet. Right, let's go ahead and run this. Python q4.py. Sorry, I misspelled Python there. So enter your character A is a lowercase, and let's run it again. Capital A, it's an uppercase. Let's run it again, and let me enter percentage symbol, and it says character is not an alphabet. So perfect, we have even solved or wrote a program for the fourth question as well. So yeah, that's it for this practical exercise, and yeah, we'll meet in the next video where we'll be learning a new topic.